Have you also noticed how life feels louder these days? Notifications, hassles, deadlines. I mean, life is putting a lot of demands on our lives that's just making it difficult to cope with. I mean, we are working like machines, yet we are human beings. We are not using diesel, petrol, or electricity to function, things that are renewable. No, we are using energy. And energy, by the way, it's something that you need to really know how to go about it so that you can renew it at a soul level. Yeah. So could be work, could be parenting, responsibilities here and there, job deadlines. There's just so much that needs to be done at the same time, and it becomes so loud. Today's episode is dedicated to the self-care segment where we talk about hobbies. Welcome to the Nest. If you are a new subscriber, this is HerNest with Rose Joy, where we talk about matters healthcare, soul care, and self-care. So today's episode is under the self-care segment. Now we are bringing back the magic of hobbies. You know, when we were young, there used to be this list, and it used to be short, or I don't know, maybe it's where I grew up in or the schools that I attended. There were some things that I knew they were hobbies, and if your interest doesn't fall under that category, then you don't have a hobby. That's what I used to think. And for the longest time, I used to wonder, okay, does everyone have a hobby? You know, many people ask the question on purpose, when things to do with talent, purpose, gift, those things, that is it something that everyone has? And how do I even know this is my purpose, these are my gifts, these are my talents? But that is a video for another day. Today we are going to talk about hobbies, and that everyone has hobbies. Just like a gift, everyone has hobbies. It's only that you don't explore that thing, because even how life has been set up, you just can't be performing on autopilot. I feel like life in its purest form is interesting, lovely, rejuvenating. It's not supposed to cause this mvutano, it's like you're forcing yourself through things. And you'll only feel like that if you're missing out on some things, or if you're maybe not on your path that you're supposed to be in. But you living your life in its purest form is a very serene and calm and amazing feeling. Well, that's what I think, and that is what I believe. So everyone has hobbies, and you may ask, what are hobbies? Hobbies are basically these things that you do during your leisure activities, either to pass time or to calm yourself down. As I had already said, that we are not machines. There's a way we operate as human beings. There's a time, the energy that you can have to handle one particular situation, and then there's a point you'll get where your body will need rest. Your mind will need rest from all the external activities that you've been doing, and that's when the hobbies come in. Now, I was talking about how there was this list that I thought contains hobbies in them. Mostly could hear things like reading, traveling, swimming, cooking, things to do with art, drawing, painting. Those are what I can remember. And so at that time, I didn't also know my hobby. I was just moving through life thinking, okay, what really excites me, especially just for relaxation purposes, not necessarily because it's supposed to serve a certain need, but what are these things that ground me? What are these things that I'll do just for the sake of doing? And then after doing, I feel rejuvenated, I feel happy, I feel excited. It's like a way of me recharging myself. Why do hobbies matter? Why is it even important as the HerNest family? Why should we even focus on hobbies? Is it something that we need? Is it something that's important? And if I don't have a hobby, is it a problem? And how can I also fund my hobbies? How can I go around this direction? So let's start with why these hobbies work. Most hobbies are things that you do on a regular basis, and they are repetitive activities. And studies show that these repetitive activities lower your cortisol levels. Once you engage yourself in these things that you're doing, maybe once in a week, twice in a week, or depending on your schedule, how often you get to do these hobbies, because there are things that you do repetitively, you'll realize that over time your cortisol levels are reduced, because it somehow calms your mind. It somehow, how can we put it? It just has a way of calming your mind, calming you down to do all these activities. And because it has calmed you down, cortisol levels are generally reduced, because you remember from our previous episodes, could be healthcare, could be soul care, and even other self-care episodes that I've already done previously, we've talked about stress and how cortisol affects our bodies. So once you get involved in these repetitive activities, cortisol levels are reduced. And my cousin also told me, she also started painting. Not painting, coloring. And at first she used to wonder, how do people meditate? She couldn't just bring herself into meditating. And once she started coloring, she realized, oh my God, I can actually relax. I can actually pause and just be quiet and still, without really feeling that ni kama hapana, something is supposed to be going on. Why is this silence so deafening or something? So she realized that, she can calm herself down and even meditate. And that just shows how true these repetitive activities are, how they impact our lives later on. So one thing that hobbies do for you is they help you lower your cortisol levels. Cortisol, that this is the stress hormone that is usually elevated when you are under stress. And the next thing, they activate that example about my cousin is supposed to have fallen under this point, that these hobbies also create a meditation-like brain pathways. I had already told you that she realized that when she started coloring and doing all these activities, all of a sudden she can stay silent, she can meditate, she can, without really feeling a little bit off. Personally, I love silence. I've always loved solitude for the longest time. I think maybe for all my life, because for me, sitting quiet has never been an issue. In fact, I love quiet environments. I love it when it's so quiet, when I can just hear little sounds of birds or nature movements or something. Being quiet has never been a problem. That has been my life. Maybe this part of me, it's because of maybe my personality or just who I am in general, not specifically because I've been involving myself in some repetitive activities, no. But I think this is just because this is who I am. If you get engrossed in these hobbies, you'll realize that meditation, which is a very essential practice for calming ourselves down, especially in this heavy and loud universe, meditation is so important. Or just you being in a position to shut everything down, center yourself, re-energize, get your soul back in place. It's very important for us so that you don't end up losing your mind in the process of the hustle and bustle of life. And another thing is, hobbies invite you to slow down and breathe. Seeing how fast the world is moving and the demands that life is putting on our lives, you already know that. How is it possible for you to slow down? How are you even supposed to slow down in the middle of all this? You have children to take care of. You have a job to attend to. You have responsibilities. Businesses are waiting for you. You need to make money. And without you doing this, without you getting engrossed in these activities or being focused to do them to the best of your ability, you risk not being in a position to take care of yourself. And so many people would rather sacrifice their leisure, would rather sacrifice their time, so that at least I get food on the table, at least I take care of my family, at least I do something for myself. But now hobbies will give you no option but to slow down and just breathe, and in the process, rejuvenate yourself. So the next thing you're going to talk about is the categories of hobbies. I think this is the most important part of the video. This is for all those people who think that they don't have hobbies, or who just don't know how to start even working on those hobbies. How do I start? What do you mean that I have a hobby? How am I even supposed to carve space out of my usual activities to do all these things? So this is where all the juice is. We're going to talk about the categories of hobbies, examples so that you can pick for yourselves. And hobbies are many, thousands and thousands, and there are so many activities you can do during your leisure time for relaxation purposes. And I may not mention it here, but you will also know through me mentioning what I have outlined will also help you, direct you to those things that you feel like, now this is what fits me the most, this is what is most interesting to. So we are going to start with the usual ones. These are physical activities, things that you do on a physical level. Under the physical activities, we have sports, we have outdoor activities, and then we have fitness activities. Sports, we have those who like soccer, tennis ball, golf, badminton. Think of any sport that you'd love. And remember, you picking a sport as a hobby doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing it as a career, though careers arise from hobby. But you'll find that even from that person whose career is someone else's hobby, they also have other hobbies. For instance, if you are a professional footballer, let's use the football thing because of the Chan football. Oh God, I'm so green on matters about football. Well, because of the Chan championship. Is it a championship, Baba? Is it a tournament? Okay, I need to do a lot when it comes to sports, but because of let's call it the Chan League. Is it a league? Yeah, let's call it that. Or let's just say because of the Chan competition that is going on in the country, and we have teams from various countries in Africa that are participating in this soccer event. For those people who are playing soccer as their careers, you'll find that they'll have to find something else that is not related to sports, that is a hobby for them. Though there's someone else who may just want to go on, who might just be playing for the sake of just relaxing and doing all those things. So that is how different it can be, because some of these things that I'm going to mention, these are people's careers, and it means that if something becomes a career, your approach towards it is different. You have to work hard for it, you have to practice, you have to train, you have rules and regulations. There's so much that a career demands on you that a hobby may not really necessarily demand on you. In fact, a hobby is here to help you have that balance, that I know life or your career is placing these demands on you. How about you do these activities that as a hobby, I will help you calm down. I'll help you have that balance between work and also your personal life, because there's so much in life other than you just burying yourself until you die in your workplaces. So that is just something that I felt it's important for me to highlight. So that is under the sports. And then we have outdoor activities. Outdoor activities could be camping, could be hiking, could be gardening, fishing, horse riding. Again, horse riding can be a sport, but it is also a hobby. And by the way, I would also want to explore horse riding. For some reason, I just feel like, I would really want to explore this horse riding thing. I don't know where to start, because where I'm at, I don't know if we even have horse stables in Western. Do we even have horse stables in Western? I don't know, but that is something that I would really love to explore and maybe add it on my list of hobbies. And then for the fitness segment, we have yoga, Pilates, gym, Zumba, all those fitness activities that usually take place in gyms or in these setups where people just go for keeping physically fit. That can also qualify to be as a hobby. You can actually say that yoga is your hobby, you go and do that for relaxation purposes. Now, the next is mental or intellectual activities. These are things that involve your brain. It's so much about brain activity, though it's different because as however much we are engaging our brain, it is that side that will calm you down. It won't really be as hectic as let's say you sitting for an exam. You sitting for an exam or doing critical things or just addressing critical matters really need high brain activity because you are thinking and evaluating and thinking through situations and all that. No, these activities, these intellectual activities that can qualify to be hobbies are supposed to calm you down. They're not supposed to really stimulate the brain as such. So we find things to do: reading, writing, learning different languages, solving puzzles. There are people who enjoy such activities. So if you fall into this category, under writing, we even have those who do creative writing, poetry, journaling. So I also journal a lot, but I can't say journaling is a hobby for me. I journal because of a certain reason. Like I journal because I want to release something, or I want to remember something also. So for me, I can't say journaling. As much as I journal a lot of times, I can't say that journaling is a hobby for me. So, but there are those who enjoy journaling, those who enjoy writing, those who enjoy reading novels. I just want to read things. You're always reading articles, newspapers, books, novels, and all that. That can also qualify to be as a hobby. Oh, another thing that I had also forgotten is collecting. I don't know if people still collect because we have those who collect stamps, collect antiques, or you just collect things. For the collecting part, I would really love to know more about it because this is something that I don't really understand how it would calm you down, how it is something that you can be doing during your leisure activities, but it is part of those things that fall under the hobbies category. And so maybe if you know or if you understand this area well, you can talk to us, you can comment down there on the comment section and just tell us, oh, so I am a collector, I do this. You tell us what you collect and how it just makes you calm or how it serves your hobby life. The third category is under the creative activities, or these are the hobbies that engage your creative side as a person. As we have already talked about the visual arts, performing arts, I think these are plays, singing, dancing, and also playing musical instruments. These are under the performing arts. For visual arts, we have photography, we have painting, drawing, coloring. Those fall under the creative section. And then we also have crafts that is knitting, crocheting, woodwork, metalwork, or you carving things. Carving things falls under woodwork. Pottery, now that is under the crafts things. And the last category falls under social and community activities. I found it unique because I thought hobbies are just things, but turns out a service can also be a hobby. This category now you'll find things to do with volunteering, traveling, and socializing. Volunteering, you can choose to volunteer to a hospital, volunteer in a children's home, in a home for the elderly, somewhere where you feel like they need help and they need support, and so you create time out of your usual activities to go and help them out. You need to volunteer somewhere where you don't feel like you're working. Because remember, hobbies are here to relax us. Hobbies are here to calm ourselves down. So when you pick volunteering as a hobby, you have to make sure that it should be work that is not tiresome, work that is not weighing you down. It should relax you. It sounds funny because work in general makes you tired. But again, sports make you tired, but you enjoy doing it. Dancing will make you tired, but you enjoy doing it. So anyway, you need to find a balance and make sure that it doesn't overwhelm you. Yeah, that's the word. A hobby should not overwhelm you. If it overwhelms you, that's not a hobby, that's an activity you've chosen to include in those demands that life is placing on your life. But anything else that is not overwhelming and instead it's calming you down after doing that activity, you feel so happy and excited about life, you have recharged, you're okay, then you are good to go. So, and then traveling, that is just exploring the world. You go visiting new places, learning about people's culture, and just finding interesting things outside your normal setting. So you can choose to go out of town after weekends or on a monthly basis, like you carve out one weekend from every month where you go and travel, see new things, and just enjoy the experience. Socializing, that is, you will find things like joining clubs, attending events, hosting game nights, things that involve you having people around. And I feel like most extroverts would find such a hobby, such a category important for them, because extroverts recharge in social setups. Whatever thing that people have decided to come together to do with, I feel like for extroverts, this is a very good category for them. You even enjoy, because after that you feel like, mi niko poa, like you just feel happy and excited for life. Those are the categories of hobbies that are there. So you can just sit quietly, analyze yourself. What are these things that I love doing? What are those things that I used to love? And you can have clues from those things that you used to do as a child, before you even knew how the world is. I almost say how cooked the world is. Yeah, before you realized how crazy the world is. Who are you? What were you doing? What were you thinking? What thoughts were running into your mind? What ideas were there? Because that is usually the true you. That is the most authentic version of yourself. Go back to that 10-year-old self, to that 13-year-old, or however young you are. Just try and think of those things that really used to make you happy. Let me talk about myself first, and then I also want you to comment and share what are these hobbies that you'd want to involve yourself in. What exactly are you doing currently, so that we can just see as a family, how are we doing? Are we really taking care of ourselves? Are we taking time? Are we carving out time to relax and rejuvenate ourselves in this process? I'm more of the creative, because my hobbies are drawing, painting, coloring that I just discovered the other day, and then photography. I also had an Instagram page where I used to post just pictures of things, and then it just disappeared. I don't know if I deleted it and I also don't know why I stopped. I didn't love the pictures that I was taking because of the phone that I was using back then, and so I think I got discouraged or something, or maybe whatever, my pictures were not, I was not vibing with them the way I wanted to vibe with them. But I used to do it, and I still do it, and I'm a lover of nature specifically. So I have these pictures of clouds, the sky, roads, sunset, sunrise, such things, but flowers, trees. Those are the things that I really love taking pictures of. And so yeah, photography is also on my list. And then what else? I also enjoy traveling, but guys, you realize traveling needs money. You need money to travel. And by the way, have you also realized some of these hobbies are expensive? You choose to involve yourself in those things, it means that you need money. For instance, I talked about horse riding, and just asking myself, you taking such an activity, it means that you have to pay someone. Of course, you have to pay someone, and maybe pay that facility that does that thing, or whatever it is. There are some hobbies that you'll realize you need money. But if it's something that really makes you feel happy, that really calms you down, relaxes you, you will not even feel the heaviness that comes with spending money on something that rejuvenates your energy, because at the end of the day you feel happy about this activity that you're doing. So that is what is coming between me and traveling as a hobby. But it's also in my list. Let me just put it in my list. It's still in my list because every time I get an opportunity to travel, to go and do things, I just feel happy about it. And so it's also one of my hobbies. And also I also wanted to get into crafts is things to do with thread. There was a time I made a mat, and I think my younger sister has that mat in her house where you crochet. I don't know how to explain it. There's this process of making mats where you crochet you use the chunky thread to hook it, or I don't know, how can I call it? Okay, I'll get a picture of such mats, and then you will see it. Those are the activities that fall under my categories, and so I would also love to know, what are these activities that fall under categories for you? What do you love doing? And maybe I have not actually mentioned all the things that people can do, but you can just tell us, oh, I enjoy doing this thing, and we'll be like, oh, like that is a thing. People do this, like people enjoy doing such an activity, and then it's just a good thing to learn and understand each other, so that one day when we plan outdoor activities together, we know what to do. We know what activities to include in that activity that we'll have chosen to organize. But anyway, what are we going to do after realizing I need to get a hobby and how important hobbies are? What are you going to do? You're going to sit quietly and then just analyze your life. Think about yourself. Think about things that are interesting to you, things that don't overwhelm you. You will know yourself which activities you'd want to get involved in. And then the next thing that you will do is get the resources and materials that you need for this activity to happen. And the third thing is you're going to create time. You're going to carve out time that you will be doing these activities. Could be over the weekends, could be over during your leave days if you are employed or you are working. Once you have created this time, you now prime your environment. You make sure that if it is an activity that is indoors, you make sure that you have everything, like you've created space. If you are a painter, just make sure that your environment is accommodative of this activity that you're doing. And then you can also maybe have your cup of tea, coffee or cocoa, whatever beverage that you'd love, or even a cold drink if you like. Take it as something that soothes you, something that relaxes you, something that you will be doing concurrently as you do this other activity. It may also be you knitting while watching your favorite show on the TV. Could be you crocheting while listening to music. So just the most important thing is prime your environment, make it conducive, and then enjoy your time, relax. See, it's something that you're doing for yourself. It's like a dedicated time for self-care as it is, and see how less chaotic your life becomes. You'll just see how the quality of your life will have improved, and then you'll realize you don't have to fight. As I always say, you just have to do your portion, just have to do what it is that is you're responsible for, and then leave the rest for others to do, or everyone should just deal with what they are called to do. Another thing not to forget is that hobbies change over time. You will start with this activity and then you will outgrow it. You can outgrow a hobby. Circumstances can make you stop engaging in that activity. It's very normal for you to outgrow a hobby, to change, or it will just reach a point where you're no longer vibing with it. You just outgrew the whole thing. So that is what happens to hobbies, and because that happens, you'll also find yourself picking up different things as you go. So don't feel the pressure to be static with a hobby that no longer serves you, or don't feel like you are losing yourself when you lose interest to a hobby. No. That is just something that is also seasonal. If you happen to love this hobby from childhood till you die, good for you. But if you find yourself having to change and adapt and just get yourself in other activities that previously you didn't like but now you like, or activities that you used to love and now you just don't vibe with them that way, it's very normal. In such a situation, you are allowed to grow, you are allowed to evolve, and you are allowed to change. So we've come to the end of this week's episode, and thank you for staying with me, keeping me company. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And for you who has not yet subscribed, more and more is coming. You might miss out on something because you will not be notified when I post my content. So subscribe. Let's grow, and let's just grow into this beautiful, amazing family that is here to help each other and learn from each other, and most importantly, become the better versions of ourselves. So until next time, goodbye.